Hello, how are you today? I am Protulia Xeta-Llouns and this is the 12th day of the Trezene year. Today is 12 Flint. Flint is the pedernal, the Tecpatl. Today is Matlactliomome Tecpatl. Tecpatl is the knife made of obsidian. This very strong material, this stone that is still used by so many doctors to make their scalpels because it is sharp, it is strong, and it's easy to clean. And I guess this is why our ancestors would use it to, for sacrifices, because this is a very sharp tool, and also used it for cutting the meat of the animals they wanted to eat and kill them, and also to make their clothes and to cut ropes and to build things and to make art, because you can carve on wood and even in some other stones that are softer than obsidian. So Tecpatl, this flint is this tool that we use today, that if you rub it, it bursts into sparks, and so you can also make fire. So as you can see, this was a gift from the gods. It was a gift that it was a very great gift because it made the life of the human beings easier. Life is never easier, but if you have a good tool, it makes it a lot easier, and then you don't have to suffer so much, or at least you are more accurate to do things. The Tecpatl, this flint, I like to call it Tecpatl because it's not only this tool that can make fire or cut. It's so much many more things like our tools, like our gifts. We all have gifts. The gods sent us to this earth with these gifts. Are we using them or not? But the biggest gift we have is the Tecpatl, that is our tongue. Our sharpest knife is this tongue. And if we don't know how to use it, we're gonna go killing everybody. Sometimes you say, why don't people come near me? And it's because you're going around like swaying a knife. So if you would see a person just going around with a knife, a sharp knife, waving it all around him, would you get close? I don't think so. You would go like, hi, good morning, neighbor, but you wouldn't get close. Let's not say hug him or stay around him very much. So if you know how to use your tongue, this makes it a lot better. And knowing how to use the tongue is knowing how to use a knife. So it's not putting away your tongue. Like it's not putting away your knife. If you want to make supper and you need to cut something and all your knives are put away, well, then you're a fool because you have the tool and you're not using it. But I am so afraid to cut myself. Well, why don't you learn how to use it so you can profit from it? They gave it to you for a reason. So sometimes we don't want to use our tongues. We don't want to use this sharp knife because we are afraid of it. We are afraid that we're going to hurt someone or even ourselves. Well, on the 12th day, we have a hint on how to use our tongues. There was this god called Tlahuizcalpantecutli. Even for Mexicans, it's very difficult to say this. So if you are not Spanish spoken, you may find it almost impossible, but you can try it. It's very nice for meditation. Tlahuizcalpantecutli. Yeah, see, even I made a mistake on the second time. It's very funny to do this, and this is nice that it's funny because this god was related to optimism. The other gods just would hate him so much because he was so extra optimistic that he was almost annoying. So they always wanted him away. But sometimes optimism is needed. Why? Because there are people who are very sensitive. They just need good words to go further. This is annoying in a sense because not all the people need this. Not all the people needs to be well, to hear these nice words. Sometimes people just walk without needing support or cheerleading. But there are some wonderful people that just need these words, like an orchid needs these special conditions to grow. They are so beautiful flowers, and yet they need a specific care. And you say, why would anybody go through all this trouble to make this thing grow? Because they are beautiful, and because they are part of creation. So if you know how to use your tongue, you can give words of optimism in order to cut the negativity and kill this corpse that we are when we are so sad or when we are pessimistic. We are like walking corpses, and even if you're walking, you're still a corpse. So if you use your tongue to make people be positive, to cheerlead people. Okay, cheerleading can be annoying if you know that you're not making goals and that you are being so lazy. You even think that the cheerleader is a hypocrite. Maybe a little bit, but it's not that he's a hypocrite. Have you ever seen a cheerleader that gets paid to sit in the bench and do nothing, or when the cheerleaders go on the field starts putting down all the players? Of course not. The cheerleader is always gonna do this, be cheerful for you. So learning how to use your tongue means sometimes using it only to give good words, even if you know this person is not 100% now. It will be like the oak tree. Even if it's a small, tiny branch, it's still an oak. It's not yet the big oak, but it's getting there. At pace, you cannot push it because it has his time to grow. But in the meantime, you clean his leaves, you give him water, and you're just there hoping for the best, that there is no plague that ends with his life, or an animal that walks on top of him and kills him, or a mischievous child that cuts him. I don't know. You hope for the best. And when you see this oak being big and giving this shade to everybody, you knew that it was a part of you that helped him, and you feel proud of yourself and of the oak. Well, I hope I got where I wanted. This is the thing about the Trezene deer. It shows us that sometimes you have a path that you wanted to follow, but in the way of getting the water, in the way to the river, sometimes you find obstacles or hunters, and so you take another route, but you always get to where you wanted. And I think I got where I wanted, and is to say that you have to use your gifts. Don't be afraid of them. The best way to use them well is use them. Use them every day. Even if you make mistakes, you will get there. They are there for a reason, to help others, just like others help you with their gifts. And this is how we share ourselves and receive others, and accept that we all need help and get this help. So spend the day with these people you love the most, using your most precious gifts. And if you are not very well using your tongue, you don't feel that you say proper words, well, try it, at least just for today, to say only positive things about everything you hear. It's a good exercise. And also have good words for yourself, because those are the ones that are always here, the words that are in your head. So think positive about yourself first, and see you next time.